Hi everyone, it's Robin. So I have been tagged. Sandy with Decorate Your Life. Hi Sandy. Actually tagged me for the 15 fall questions tag. And so I'm going to answer all these questions. I probably won't have nearly as much fun as Sandy did. She cracked me up when I was watching hers, but who knows, maybe I will. You all may find me boring, though, when it comes to Halloween and stuff. But what I thought that I would kind of do was show you some of my past fall and Halloween projects that I still have to make it a little bit more interesting for you. And, I don't know, just kind of roll with it. So, question number 1. What is my favorite Halloween movie? Well, I don't watch scary movies, period. I never have. I don't even read scary books. When I was younger, someone had either given me, or it was a hand-me-down book of the Amityville Horror. I wasn't to page 2 and I threw it in the garbage. No, no. So I don't watch scary movies, and I don't read scary books. As a matter of fact, I wouldn't watch the, what was the vampire movies? That had the love story and everything. The Twilight saga. Yeah, that. I wouldn't watch it for the longest time because I thought that it was about vampires, and no. No. But I actually liked it. It wasn't actually scary. So if there's any kind of what you would say Halloween movies, I would say Practical Magic, because I love Sandra Bullock, and I thought that was a really cute movie. Or Witches of Eastwick, just because of what they wound up doing to, I'm sorry guys, I can't even think. What they wound up doing to, I can't think right now of what his name is, but something like that. And I used to love to watch Charmed, the TV show, and let's see, what else? Oh, well, when I was a little girl, every little girl my age loved Bewitched and I Dream of Jeannie, right? So that's about as hardcore Halloween movies as I would say I go. But I do, however, like watching real ghost things like Ghost Adventures or the Dead Files, something like that. The real ghosts don't scare me. I know this sounds weird. Real ghosts don't scare me. But the ones where, like in the movies and stuff, where they'll like da 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 da, and then they'll jump out on you and all that scary. No, no. Thank you very much. Okay, so this is the first thing I was going to show you. This is a little fabric stacked pumpkin that I made several years ago. I've made numerous ones of these, but this is just one that I had out. I didn't go up into my attic and pull out some of the other things that I've made. But okay, so question number 2. Apple or pumpkin pie? That's kind of a toss-up because I always like apple pie. I don't really look at apple pie for just fall. Um, both. If I had to choose one and we're doing the fall, then I guess, yeah, pumpkin pie, as long as there's lots of Cool Whip on top. Um, so then the third question is, I'm going to move this little thing over here to where you can have something to look at. Never look at, now I've had to drag some of these out and these are falling apart on me. Third one, haunted house or Halloween party. Well, as a kid, I did Halloween houses, but I never was a fan of them ever. Um, but a cute little Halloween party, just that would be fun. I've never hosted one, but I've been to them. So I would say if I had the choice of the two, Halloween party. Like I said, I don't like those surprises of people like jumping out and scaring me. Oh no, hurt somebody that way. Okay. Well, I'm going to stop right here on this one because I want to show you all this. So this is, and I want you to look at how it's fallen apart. Now this was many years ago, before I knew to use wet, wet glue along with the dry adhesive, and you can see that it hasn't fared well, but I just couldn't stand to throw it away because this was quite labor intensive. You can see where the shingles right here are falling off, but maybe it's a haunted house. I guess it looks spookier that way. But it certainly didn't start out this way. This is actually using the first year that Graphic 45 came out with their Alice in Wonderland, but it's called something else, and I think they've re-released it since then. I made this, and look here. See how the sides all wavy and wonky? And then there's the front, and if you can see, that is all glossy accents. The whole keyhole of her looking in, and her little shoes down here are, and the little pumpkin. And then these are all little tags that are tucked in here. And then over here, I just grabbed these, you all. I don't know. I'm about afraid if I touch anything, it's going to fall apart. But there's that. And then when you take the top off, it's an exploding box with a rat that's turned upside down. Look, this is what happens. Now, I've never had this in an attic, but see the hot glue? E6000 wouldn't have done that. But there's all of these pockets. These are actually little paper bags. If you all want me to show you all in detail some of this stuff, I'll be more than glad to. But I want to get through this thing. But there's little tags in all of these bags and all. I'm just going to set this over to the side because it'll take me, well, I don't know, maybe I can put the lid back on it. There you go. There's that. Okay. So next question. Number 4, store-bought pumpkin or pumpkin patch? Well, I've never had the privilege to go into a pumpkin patch to pick my pumpkin, but I think the idea of it is just so, I don't know, it just makes me want to cozy up in a warm blanket or something and just, put on some boots and warm jacket. And I love that idea. When I was a kid, I loved fall festival time. I don't think that they do that in schools now. I don't know. I may be wrong. My son hasn't been in school for quite a while, and but I remember as a kid, our fall festivals in elementary school was just so neat, because you had to go fish and bobbing for apples, and just you had the cakewalk, and I always got in on the cakewalk because I thought that was fun. So I guess store-bought pumpkin I would buy default, because I've never done the pumpkin patch. But if I had that opportunity, I'd surely do it. Number 5, favorite fall scent. Well, probably something that smells real woodsy and manly smelling, like the outdoors. I can't think of something just right offhand. But yeah, that would be my favorite fall scent. It would be one of my favorite scents, period. Something that just smells real outdoorsy and woodsy smelling. Number 6, favorite fall drink. There again, I've never had those pumpkin latte things. I love coffee, but I like caramel. And my husband and I don't just drink that, during the fall. We like it year round. So caramel anything. Let's see. Halloween or Thanksgiving is number 7. Well, you all know I don't really do Halloween anymore. So it would certainly be Thanksgiving. Number 8. Number 8 is favorite pumpkin-based food. I would say that would probably be, let's see. My mom used to make a pumpkin roll, and it was really good. It had cream cheese in it. It was really good, so I would say that. Number 9 is a corn maze or a hayride. Well, I've never done either one of those things, so I would be thrilled with doing either one of them. Yeah, I would be thrilled with either one of them. So I thought that I would show you all this. Now my bat up here that was in the moon, see, he came undone as well. So this is a little mini album. See, so my Mr. Bones, as Susan would call him, I put funny googly eyes on him there. Do y'all see that? And of course I had to put him a bow around his neck. I'll just show you all this real quick. I'm going to move this bat because he's going to fall off, but I did. There's acetate over these windows, and then behind that there's some cheesecloth that's like this that I coffee stained, and some cats and some ghosts and little fence, and I used one of the Tim Holtz hitch fasteners as the doorknob. And some of my older subbies on here, they've seen this project. They've seen it when I first made it, but again, this was before, I knew to use wet glue with strong adhesive. and they just don't fare that well. So this was a paper bag album, and something apparently was, no, I guess it was like that. Whoops. Sorry, Zoe. Hang on just a second. I just dropped my little Tigger. That's my little boy. He was Tigger several years in a row. And I always ordered his costumes from the Disney store. They would send me a catalog. This was back in my single mom years, but they would send me a catalog, and I would he would pick out his costume. So there's that. Okay, where are we? Number 18. I think or number 10. I'll finish this, and then I'll finish the tag, and then I'll come back and go through this with you all. Number 10, favorite Halloween candy. That would be any kind of like candy bar. Just any kind of candy bar. Anything milk chocolate. I like milk chocolate if I'm going to have candy. And then, because I can remember as a kid, you know, we would always get bubble gum or those pixie sticks. I was trying to think of some more. It's the only thing I can think of right now, but yeah. Candy bar, when I would see a candy bar, it was like, oh, okay. But I didn't eat candy a lot as a kid. I never did. I would chew that double bubble chewing gum or the little penny bubble gum. I never was a kid that kid, you know, that loved the sweets. So my favorite fall memory, which is number 11, that would have to be the year that my son and I carved our first pumpkin together. That was the first time I had ever carved a pumpkin, and it was the first time that he had ever carved a pumpkin. So that was really special to me. And then the other one would be the year that when I lived on the lake, when I had decorated the yard, and I had these little areas set up, and you know, with pumpkins and hay bales, and you know, all of the oh, what are those called? The corn. Oh, sorry, I can't think. What are they called? You know, where the corn's all gathered and they're, well, those things, you know, I decorate with them. But he came home from school, and we did like this photo shoot of him in front of all of, you know, these little displays and stuff. And that just, it was just the cutest thing ever. He was wearing, he loved wearing little overalls and cowboy boots. So that's what he had on, and that's what we took his picture in. He wouldn't dare put a pair of overalls on now, and he didn't, well, see, that fell off something. He didn't wear them very much longer after that, but he was just so stinking cute. Look here. Look at it. Yes, he got two. That one of those wasn't for me. That was all him. But I look back at this album now, and I think, oh, I can't believe that, you know, I wasn't using better stuff. And but this is for some of you younger crafters who are just starting here on YouTube. I thought that it would be fun for you all to see, because you know you say that you don't really want to show your work and everything. Well, I'm not extremely proud of this album now, but when I made it, I was. You know, so, and I've held on to it. I wouldn't give anything for it. It has, you know, my baby's pictures in here. And there he is. See, I guess maybe that spider went there. That was just a spider ring that I had taken the ring part off of. Look, he loved being Tigger. Look here. Oh my goodness. I haven't looked at this in forever. I've had it stored away. Look. My pumpkin up here, he's just so cute. He was so tired. He had to, he was done. He was so done. And then here, I used to dress up with him. So that's he and I in our clown outfits. And he had a little wig. I bought him a little wig, but it was getting too hot. And my brother took his kids, and then it was Austin and I. We went to the mall that year to get. Here he is with his hair. Wasn't he cute? Yeah, it's hard to believe that he's 26 now. Oh, here we are. So there's my favorite fall memory right there. It's carving our pumpkins. I won't put those back in right now, but oh, he'll kill me. He'll kill me. So that was a kimono from Hawaii. That and he was just being a goofball. That wasn't a Halloween costume. I will put that up because if he watches this video, he's going to say, "Mom." Oh yeah. Sorry, Austin. We'll just act like we didn't see that. And there's a pumpkin. Here he is. This is a different year of him carving his pumpkin. Yeah, I haven't looked at this in a long time. I didn't even look to see what was in here. So this was one year when he was dressed up for Halloween. He he wanted to act like he was a hunter. Well, he was already a hunter. He was already literally hunting at this age, and I think he was 6 here. But for some reason he didn't have his camo pants on, and I don't know why. He said that he wanted to make his blue jeans into camo, so. And then here's when he was a cowboy one year. Oh, and this is just him being a goofball again, making Mama laugh. He was dressed up like he was a doctor. This wasn't Halloween. This was just us goofing off and having fun. So cute. I guess. Oh, here we go. Okay, so see, there's one. See his little overalls. So cute. Let's see. Then here he is. He was going as a motorcycle rider this year. And this is my This was my lab. This was Hank, who's passed away. Hank died shortly after I got Zoe, and oh, how I loved Hank. And then there he is with his lute. And let's see. Oh, there he is again, and just some more pictures of him. This may be boring you all to death, but these little paper bag albums, I used to do all kinds of them. But I know, whoops, sorry, didn't mean to bump you, but I know how to make them better now. So this thing, I don't know, was that the Grim Reaper or something? He wore that costume several years, and I just happened upon this little Jolie's sticker, and it even had this little thing, and it was like the thing that he had in his hand that he was pushing. So he dressed up as that year, and here's Mom. I know. Oh, Lordy. That's scary. Oh, and here we go. Wasn't he sweet? This was, look at the, do you see the big grin on his face? Bless his heart. He was a little snaggle-toothed. I'm going to leave that just sitting out for a minute. Y'all are probably bored to death. Oh, look here. Here's an arm. No, I'm not going to show that. Never mind. There we go. There's Austin and Hank beside one of the displays. And then there as well. And here he is. Oh, this is like, he's being all serious. But this was my favorite fall memory, was him in doing the decorations. Okay, so I'll close this up, and then what's next? Favorite Thanksgiving food? Well, that would be my ex-sister-in-law's dressing. Oh, I would rather have that than I would to have dessert any day. It was so good. And for you all who don't know, do you know what the difference between dressing and stuffing is? One goes in the turkey and one is a standalone. Okay, number 13. Sweater or scarf? Well, it all depends how cold it is. I love scarves. But I love sweaters too, so I'll probably say sweater on that. Number 14, wool socks or slippers. Slippers, hands down, because I wear slippers year round. I have on fuzzy slippers right now, and I'll show you. I'll prove it to you. See? My slippers, I wear them year round. That's the first thing that comes off my feet are my shoes, and I find my slippers. And number 15, favorite fall tradition. Don't really have any fall traditions. Like I said, you know, when I was a kid, we did the fall festival, but don't really have. Yes, baby. That was my husband. I'll tell you in a minute what he said. Don't really have a favorite fall tradition. Other than when I was a kid, we would do the fall festival. You know, we don't, never have really done pumpkin patch thing. I never have done like a hayride or anything like that. I've had some bonfires, and those were lots of fun. But yeah, I don't really have a fall tradition other than watching UT football. Now that's certainly linked to fall, and as a matter of fact, it coincides with my son's birthday too, because usually the first game of the season is his birthday weekend. So I do that. Okay. So that is the end of the 15 questions. I'm supposed to tag 5 people, but I'm going to tag 6. And I struggled with this more than anything because I don't care to tell you all, my story. I'm pretty boring. But I really struggled with it because I'm always in fear of hurting someone's feelings. And there's no way that I could tag every one of you. I guess I could say just in general, I tag you all, which I do. But I was kind of thinking these tags are fun to get to know everyone, and especially new crafters. And I've sort of been focusing on, with those Tuesday morning haul challenge videos, been focusing on some new crafter type videos. So I went back just real quick in my list of everyone who's been commenting so much and they're constantly commenting on my videos. If they were there and they were under 500 people, I tagged them. And the first one you all have never heard me talk about because she's brand new. Well, you've actually heard me talk about her because her and I did a marathon haul last week. Her name is Lydia, but she finally has her YouTube channel up, and I want to tag her. I think she has 3 subbies now. So what I'm asking is that the ones that I'm tagging, will you please go to their channels if you haven't already, and just show them some, just show them some crafty love, sub to their channels and support them, and it'll encourage them. So the first one, Lydia's channel's name is Crafty Paper Bug, and I will put each one of their channel links in the description box below, along with the list of all these questions. The second one is Carmen's Treasures. The third one, and these were in no particular order, by the way. The third one is Midge's Mountain Crafts. The fourth one is Tanisha K. You all have heard me talk about Tanisha K. She's part of the hashtag No Paper Left Behind. She's really talented, you all, and I was shocked when I realized that I think she had like 123 subbies or something, which blew me away. She's incredibly talented. All these ladies are, and we all had to start somewhere. And I haven't forgotten that. I'm showing you some of the stuff that I actually made and showed here on YouTube. I've been crafting for years, but this was some things that was out of the box for me back in the day. And, we all start somewhere. The next one is Risha's Attic, or Risa's Attic. I am so sorry if I think it's Risa's Attic 123. And then the sixth one I have asked you all to go over before. She's still under 500, but she used to have all kinds of subbies. And I think where she took her YouTube channel down, she had done a tag previously, but she hasn't since she's, reopened her channel. And that's Crafty Artist Sue. So I really do hope that you go over and check out their channels, and I am going to inform them that they have been tagged. Hope and pray that they'll do this, and I'm hoping that someone will tag them with that crafty tag that's going around, to where we can get to know them a little bit better. What's their crafty style, what's their favorite tools, how did they get started, that sort of tag. So that would be fun to see from them, because I'm really enjoying watching some of you guys, your tags that I've never seen you do before, because it's just a great way to get to know people. But so what I was going to tell you that was funny, that my husband said, he said, "Are you going to tell them that I cooked you supper?" He did. We ordered out. He just paid for it. So I'm going to go eat, take some more medicine, and call it a night. Thanks for watching, everybody. I hope that I know this wasn't as fun as Sandy's, but I had fun with it. It was interesting for me to look back, at some of the past Halloween projects that I've done, and I'm thinking, now this one wasn't past, this one was only, I don't know, a couple of years ago. Y'all seen this one sitting on my desk, I think, here, but yeah, some of these that are labor intense, those were at least 10 years ago, at least. So I'll talk to you guys later. Thanks for watching. Bye.